You know what, Maleficent? You were the one who decided to have a kid. It's not Mal's fault that she had to grow up on the Isle of the Lost, but you did nothing but use her and never showed her any real love. And Cruella, your son is not your servant. Carlos is the sweetest kid, but you basically made him your personal butler. You and all your villain friends make terrible parents.
And with that wand and my scepter, I will be able to bend both good and evil to my will.
Life on the Isle is pretty much rough for a VK. We're going to take a look at the messed up origin stories of the Descendants villain kids.
Hi, Mom. Stealing candy, Mal. So disappointed.
At some point as kids, we all might disappoint our parents, but Mal seems to do it all the time. She wants to be as evil as her mom Maleficent, but she always falls short. Maleficent is always upset with Mal. In some ways, she wants Mal to be just like her. But in other ways, she wants to remain the evilest villain and doesn't want Mal as competition. She just doesn't understand that it was her actions as a villain that landed them on the Isle of the Lost in the first place. The evil queen is a little bit better of a mom. She wants Evie to get married to a prince, but she doesn't appreciate Evie for how smart and talented she is.
This is your magic mirror.
Yeah, it ain't what it used to be. Then again, neither are we.
She expects Evie to be just as vain as her, but the evil queen doesn't value anything except money and beauty. It's amazing that Evie turned out as sweet as she did. Jay actually seems to have a good relationship with his dad, Jafar, but Jafar has taught him to be a thief, and he's proud of his thieving skills. That doesn't send the right message to his son at all. And then there's Carlos. His origin story is so sad. You have to be a special sort of evil to use puppies to make fur coats. Cruella de Vil doesn't even treat Carlos like her son. She treats him like her servant, and an unpaid servant at that. He has to dye his mom's hair and take care of her clothes. And she even makes him scrape the bunions off her feet. Ew, that is seriously disgusting. In Descendants 2, he tells Mal that he was usually the one being yelled at on the Isle. His mom was always so mean to him. Poor Carlos. Cruella also blames dogs for being stuck on the Isle, so she lies to Carlos. She tells him that dogs are vicious, killer pack animals. That leads to him being terribly terrified of dogs, despite never having met one on the Isle. If that wasn't bad enough, Cruella used to make Carlos sleep on the floor of her coat room, which was lined with bear traps. That means that poor Carlos couldn't get a good night's sleep without fearing for his life. We don't know too much about the other VK's lives, but they definitely don't have happy relationships with their parents. Uma is the daughter of Ursula. Her mother used to be a powerful sea witch. Now she owns a diner and forces Uma to work there.
I wanted the fried clam.
And I wanted a sea pony. Life ain't fair.
Ursula loves to watch soap operas and hardly ever leaves her room. She forces Uma to run her restaurant and has no issues with keeping all the profits for herself. Harry Hook is the son of Captain Hook. He doesn't talk a lot about his dad, but we can infer that he really wants to make his dad proud. He used a fake hook hand to try to be like his father. We wonder if Captain Hook is as hard to please as Maleficent. We have a feeling he is. Life on the Isle of the Lost is tough, even if you have a good parent. King Adam and Queen Belle cut the Isle completely off from Aradan. Aradan is a rich country where everyone has what they need, but they don't even provide the Isle with basic necessities. It's clear that there isn't a lot of food on the Isle. There's also a lot of poverty, which leads to a bunch of stealing. The buildings are falling down and totally trashed, and a lot of the kids look like they can't get a bath and a hot meal. This is no easy way to live. They also don't have many of life's simple pleasures. The VKs don't even get to taste chocolate until they are headed to Aradan. The magic barrier keeps the Isle completely isolated. We can't blame the VKs for thinking that Aradan is full of snobs. It's not the kids' fault that they are stuck on the Isle. And let's be honest, it's pretty messed up that the king and queen keep the descendants in such terrible conditions. We're really glad Ben sees things differently.
Don't you think they deserve a shot at a normal life?
The Descendants novels give us a much deeper look at life on the Isle. The schools are run by villains, like Lady Tremaine. That's Cinderella's wicked stepmother. And the VKs are not getting a great education. They take classes on how to be evil. They can even take a class called Advanced Evil Schemes and Nasty Tricks. We bet your school doesn't have that class. They are encouraged to design an ultimate project where they do something truly wicked. Look, we've all had bad teachers, but none of them ever have encouraged us to be evil. The VKs have no good role models on the Isle. Once Mal, Evie, Jay, and Carlos are out from under their parents' thumbs, they learn that life really isn't that bad. They turn into awesome, smart, and caring people despite their upbringing.
And I don't want to take over the world with evil. It doesn't make me happy.
Now we do want to know if Maleficent is going to stay a lizard forever. Do you think the parents will learn their lesson in Descendants 3, or will they stay the same? Let us know your theories in the comments. Thanks for watching. Like this video and subscribe to The Things for more awesome content. We'll see you next time.